Hello and welcome to this tutorial. This is the fourth in my JavaScript series. What I'm going to show you now is how to add another input and get JavaScript to concatenate that output to the existing output. So in the previous video we set up this input box here, which we type in a name and we click on the button. And we press the button and it says hello and the person's input, which in this case was Aoife. And as I change the input, that's what my HTML and JavaScript are working and communicating together to display this alert pop-up menu to me. Now I want to add to that. It's quite easy to create a second input and to add to that message in the alert box. So what I'm going to do is in my HTML I'm going to copy this code here for input name ID, and I'm just going to change it slightly. Just going to use copy and paste for handiness, and this time I'm going to say age in, so that we can have a box to take in the person's name and then have another box to take in the person's age. And I'm going to keep with just putting in a couple of breaks just to keep my page looking well. And if I wanted to just be clear to what you're doing, you could put up a little paragraph tag there saying name, close your paragraph, and then above this one I could do the same. You can style these differently later on. We get a bit more used to doing JavaScript, but for now we can just use these tags to demonstrate an age. Just don't forget to close them because paragraphs have the closing tags. So now I'm happy how that looks. So I have my name and age, and it's quite obvious to the user what they need to do. They need to pop them in there using the input boxes. And I want my website, when I enter my name and my age, say I'm 18, let's press click me. At the moment it's just saying my name, which is what we did in the previous video. Now I want it to add my age to that. So I have the input box set up, and the same way as we did the previous one, we need to set up a variable down here in our JavaScript. So I'm just going to copy and paste the one that I already have and rename it. So variable age document dot get element by ID, and instead of a name in, it's going to be age in, because that's what I've called it here, age in. So, and it's the exact same code that I have already, apart from the variable name and the ID name. So the ID name, the element ID name in this case is age in. So you need to change those two aspects if you're copying and pasting like I did. And then when you go to concatenate it, the alert currently says hello, and it has a space plus name. Well, the next thing you would need to do before anything is give it some space. So space plus, I want it to say hello, name, and then age. So age goes in next. Perhaps you might want to put in there that you are, and then plus age, and then plus a string saying years old. So if I refresh that and I click on it, it says hello, you are years old, but that's because I haven't put an input in. If I put in my input, it tells me hello Aoife, you are 18 years old, and I notice there's no space there before the Y and the age, so I can easily fix that here. And you can always put in a little comma after the person's name just before the space here, and try it again. So it says hello Aoife, comma, you are 18 years old, and I'm just going to put a full stop there and try it again. So hello Mary, you are 20 years old. So that's how you put in an input, a second input box, and get it to display the second output in the same alert. Thank you.